Hello there everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be reviewing every Game Pass with my friend Naruto Bro. And Naruto Bro has something to say, so I'm gonna let him take it away.
Thank you all for 200 subscribers, and make sure to subscribe to Wooly Blocks. He's I think he has 134 340 subscribe 1340 subscribers, I think. So let's get him to 2000 by the next month. I bet. But anyways, thank you for 200 subscribers. Now let's get into the video.
Is not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth.
You guys heard Naruto Bro. Let's try to get him to 400 subscribers. No, let's try to get him to 1K as well, bro. 1K gang. Alright, yeah. So let's start with a what Game Pass should we start with? Okay, wait, we're gonna go in order. So Curse Mark will be first. So they actually did change the logo. I think I forgot to mention that in the update review, but they did do that. So this one has two modes: Curse Mark Stage 1 and Curse Mark Stage 2, which Naruto Bro right here is putting on. But he has a little helmet, so we can't see the face. But this is what the face looks like. It looks pretty cool. Has a Sharingan. This one has Sharingan as well. Definitely good for Sasuke cosplayers. I'm gonna stick with Curse Mark Stage 1 because he has the Curse Mark Stage 2. Well, he had. But yeah, now we're gonna move on to the weapon. By weapon, I mean there's literally one weapon. This is like a 6 Robux Game Pass, so that's why it has one weapon. And it's basically just a black Chidori. That's really it, just a black Chidori. No, it's okay. It's literally just a black Chidori, guys. That's all it is. And it's for 1,000 cash, but this is what it looks like. It just maybe stuns them for like 1 second, 2 seconds maybe, but it won't really be helpful because it doesn't move you forward. This one does work with the Rasengan and Chidori Clash, because some of these Game Pass Rasengans won't work. Actually, no, just one of them actually. But yeah, overall Curse Mark, I can't really rate it because it is 6 Robux. So we're gonna move on to the next Game Pass. Alrighty, y'all. So now we're gonna be reviewing the second Game Pass, which is a Demon Fox Cloak. So Naruto Bro here is putting on the One Tails, and this is what the One Tails looks like. They did change the tails like a couple of updates ago, so it does look way better than before. Watch my OG Demon Fox Cloak review to see what this looked like before. And this is 4 tails, which is just 4 tails. Yeah, that's really just 4 tails. Looks pretty cool. And Shadow here is gonna be putting on 6 tails. It's basically when he was fighting Pain. Sorry for that spoiler. And it has like a bunch of skeleton arms. Looks pretty cool. I don't like me personally, I don't like the skeleton. I do like the hands though. But yeah, now we're gonna move on to the weapons, which the first one is Vermilion Rasengan for 3,000, Bijou Bomb for 12,000, and Bijou Blast for 20,000. So we're gonna be starting off with Vermilion Rasengan. So Naruto Bro, if you could remove that beautiful mode, that would be very helpful. Now we're just gonna wait like maybe like 2 seconds because I think it's like the damage won't work then. So yeah, okay, here we go. So this is what Vermilion Rasengan does. Does a cool little effect unlike the other Rasengans. No, actually all the Rasengans do that effect, but it looks super cool, honestly. Does a okay amount of damage, not the best amount of damage though. And it also does work with the Rasengan and Chidori Clash, so yeah. Then we got a Bijou Bomb, which we're gonna test it out on whoever this one hits. Alright, so it hit Real Foxy, but basically it just flings them up, and that's really it. And now Bijou Blast, I don't know how to aim with this, but I'm just gonna try my best. And ooh, yeah, okay. Like, I'm sorry about that, Naruto Bro. It throws like a big blast thing. I think it's from when he fought Orochimaru. And yeah, Naruto Bro got his weapons. But yeah, it's probably the best weapon in this Game Pass. So yeah. Overall, I'd rate this Game Pass a good old 6.5 out of 10. the modes look pretty cool, but like the weapons are not really that good. So yeah. Now we're gonna move on to our next game pass. So we'll see y'all in a bit. Alrighty, y'all. So now we're gonna be moving on to our next game pass, which is a Inner Gate, and this is only the third game pass out of this game passes we're doing. So we're gonna be starting off by reviewing the modes, which is fourth Gate of Pain, which is just basically a green gate with the aura. There's the black lines. Looks really cool. It looks way better than the last one. So yeah. If you want to see the previous version, check it out. Link in the description. And no, not link in the description. I mean the pinned. No, pin. I keep on saying random stuff. All right, I meant in the what is it called? The iCard right now. So yeah. So now we're gonna move on to weapons, which the first one is Elephant Blast for 15,000. Night Guy, 1 use. Basically means to buy it again after you use it for 7,000. Hidoria for 3,000. Reversalist for 7,000. Now, one thing you really want to note about this game pass is mostly meant for trolls, especially Night Guy. And you'll see why in a bit, but since I did buff Night Guy, it's all a lot better now. But we're going to be showcasing the moves first, which the first one is Elephant Blast. So let's just wait for a little seconds, and that should be good. And yeah, this little animation thing doesn't do good damage at all. I don't really like the weapon. And then we have Hirudora. Throws a jaguar. That's it. Does okay damage compared to the other ones. And let's do reversalist in the map so we don't like glitch again. Because this does glitch if you do it in a shop. Alright, and where are you? Alright. So now we're gonna test reverse lotus. And let's go. You see, just kicks them multiple times, punches them as well. Definitely the most OP weapon in this game pass. And with Gagutsa, or whatever you called it, it's so much more OP. Go watch Naruto's video on that as well. So now we're gonna moving on to the next. Actually, no, let's rate this one first. Now, because it has speed, I am gonna give it a bit of a higher rating. So I'm gonna give it another good old 6. Yeah, I'll give it a 6. Actually, no, I'll give it a 7. Yeah, 7. Good solid 7. Because you got that speed, which is really what you want. You want this game pass for the speed. Because you can combine it with Senju Sage, any other defense-based game pass. And 6 Pats is one of the most OP ones with this. So what you would do is you would just put the Inner Gates, or you can do it opposite way. 6 Pats, Inner Gates, 6 Pats. That's all you would do. And honestly, the aura looks pretty cool. And yeah. Yeah, you want to put it back on. And how you know you did it properly is once you put on 6 Pats, Inner Gates, it shouldn't look like my face right now. It shouldn't have the red thing. It should just look like that. So yeah. And I accidentally bought those, but I guess we'll use them for later. It should look like this in the end. It should show 2 Renegons if you don't have face accessories. And it should look like this properly. If done properly. So yeah, now we're moving on to our next game pass. So let's go on to the next one. Alrighty, so now we're moving on to our next game pass, which is Toad Sage. So we're gonna be starting off with the modes as always. So my friend here, Naruto Bro, is putting on the Naruto Sage mode, which looks clean as hell. And it also has the red ones. It looks pretty cool. The shoulder pads look really good as well with it. And overall, he looks really good with the outfit. But now we have definitely the ugliest mode in the game, Jiraiya Sage mode. What do I have to comprehend about this? There's a freaking frog who doesn't even look like the frogs in Naruto. And the scroll's a little too, weird for me. And they have straps around it, like, even Silver Eyes looks ugly. Face marking's ugly overall. Worst mode in the game, 0 out of 10. No, actually, negative 1 million out of 10, bro. Or no, maybe even negative infinity, because it keeps on going down every time. But yeah, I'm just not even gonna wear anymore, bro. I'm just gonna wear on Naruto, because this is the cleanest one in the game, most likely. Definitely one of the more cleaner ones, actually, because it's more simple, clean. scroll looks so good. It doesn't have the strap is actually like that, but yeah. Then move on to the weapons, which the first one is Rasengan. I don't know why they called it Rasengan. They could have called it double Rasengan, but I guess copyright. I guess it's just copyright, I guess. Giant Rasengan and Gamagichi. Who remembers the Gamagichi song? Alright, now we're just gonna showcase the weapons. So the first one is Rasengan. I'm just gonna call it double Rasengan. So this is what it looks like. Does a cool animation, looks really nice. Overall does really good damage. And yeah, okay. And then we have Giant Rasengan, which is just a giant Rasengan. This has the second largest hitbox other than Sora and Uboku. But yeah, here's how it looks. So it actually doesn't do the dash forward thing like Rasengan. Like, it doesn't do this. It actually just stays there because it's so big. So let me show it. As you can see, just flings them super far, bro. OP damage as well. Overall, this Game Pass is definitely better than Demon Fox Cloak, I think. For the price, it's only 26 Robux. Now, honestly, Gamagichi, I think they did him dirty. Those eyes, no. I mean, the rest of it looks okay, but the eyes, no. Just no. But basically what it does is it just throws their tongue at you, and then just knocks them back. Does no damage at all, I would say. But yeah, overall, I'm gonna rate this Game Pass a sweet old 8.5 out of 10. Because it's a really good Game Pass, don't get me wrong, but Gamagichi just ruined it for me. Just the way it looks. It just made me disturbed and traumatized. I'm gonna have to go to therapy after this. But yeah, now moving on to our next Game Pass, so we're gonna get into it. Alrighty, y'all, so now moving on to our next Game Pass on the list, which is kyuubi Chakra mode. So like always, starting off with the modes. First is kyuubi Chakra mode. Then secondly, we have Kurama Link, which looks really clean. So this basically has a cloak instead of this one. And then we got Minato Chakra mode, which looks like that. It's basically the inside. It's basically kyuubi Chakra mode, but Kurama Link mode, just more neon yellow. It's sort of like the opposites. Like the parts where it's supposed to be neon yellow is just black. But yeah, now we're moving on to the weapons, which for the first one we have Tailed Beast or Rasengan for 5,000 cash, Super Mini Rasen Shuriken for 12,000, Kurama Avatar for 8,000, and Planetary for 20,000. Now let's showcase these weapons, starting with Tailed Beast or Rasengan. So it's really good, honestly. Oh my god, you were so close to buying hover. But yeah, it does like half health to non-Game Pass users. And Tailed Beast Rasengan looks like this. It looks pretty cool. There's little particle effects. But now we're moving on to probably one of the most OP. I think one of the most OP weapons in this Game Pass, which is Super Mini Rasen Shuriken. The reason for this is, look at this. I throw it, and the minute it hits, the cooldown comes back. So I throw it at him, and the minute it stops, it just comes back. So I can just spam it. Like, watch this. Let's do it like this. You see that? It just like spams 3 in like, what, 2 seconds? But now we're moving on to Kurama Avatar, which can't say Kurama looks okay. Kurama looks okay, honestly. Not the best Kurama, I would say. But definitely looks pretty cool compared to other Kuramas I've seen. But let's see what Kurama does. So this is what Kurama does. Just knocks them back. It does actually a good amount of damage, I just realized. But yeah, now we're moving on to probably the most OP weapon in this Game Pass, which is Planetary. I'm going to test it on Shadow because Naruto Bro is like really low, I would say. You sure you want to die? Alright, let's do it. So here it is. It's basically like 3 mini Rasengans with 1 big Rasengan. So let me first see how ranged it is. Maybe like, I think it'll do that. Yeah. So it's like really ranged. As you can see, it just hit it from all the way here, while he was like right here. So that's really good range. Damage still OP, but it's like super range. Let me see how far it can go. So we're gonna do it from exactly at the end of this shot. And Naruto Bro, stand where it ends. Where did it end? It ended right there, guys. It was from all the way here till there. Now, just to confirm, it is very long. As you can see, it hit him. So, as you can see, that is the most OP weapon in this Game Pass. Overall, Game Pass rating, I'm gonna give this a good old solid 9. No, yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 9. Could be a whole lot better, I would say, but overall, Planetary really makes it a higher rating. But now we're moving on to our next Game Pass. So Naruto Bro wants to die really quickly, so let's do it. Alright, so now moving on to our next Game Pass. We'll see you all in like 1 second. Alrighty, y'all, so now we're moving on to our next Game Pass, which is Lightning Cloak. So Lightning Cloak is just, this is the mode, basically a lightning cloak, like you would expect, of course. But now we're moving on to the weapons, because the first one is Lariat for 1,000 and Lightning Overload for 13,000. This Lightning Overload is actually the new weapon in the update, so yeah. Let's see how it looks like. So we're going to start off with Lariat. So Lariat, if you don't know, is when I think the Raikage uses, or the Raikage in Shippuden, he like uses his little arm and just chokes them to the neck with his arm. So let me show you what I mean. Yeah, as you can see, just punch them near their neck. It stuns them for around, I would say, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. And now, Lightning Overload. JoJo fans, this is a barrage. This is the barrage in Ninja Tycoon. So here it is. Yeah, Naruto Bro did it, and now let's show it. Let me show it on him as well. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here it is. As you can see by the JoJo music, it's really good. But yeah, overall, I would rate this Game Pass a solid... Oh yeah, I forgot to say what the mode does. The mode does give speed, that's really it. It's definitely worse than your gates in terms of the mode. But yeah, overall, this Game Pass is a solid 5 point... Actually, no, for 16 Robux, it's actually a good old 6. I'm gonna give it a 6 as well. I feel like it's a little bit... For how cheap it is, it's good, but like the fact it's only that good for mode and Game Pass, because we already have a good speed Game Pass, but this is definitely good for beginners. But yeah, now we're moving on to our our third game, our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Game Pass. So yeah, we're almost at the end, but let's move on to our 8th Game Pass. Alrighty, also now we're moving on to our 8th Game Pass, which is Evil Sand Spirit. So I don't know why it's called evil, because Gar is not really evil, but sure. And let's just do it. So the first mode is partial Shukaku, aka Shukaku form, which is just big boy arm, big boy tail. And overall, it looks pretty cool. And dude, if you do /E dance, it actually looks so weird. I think it's the one where it like does the little arm thing. If you could do that, Naruto Bro. Yeah, it's that one. It looks really funny when you do it. So this is definitely one of the more funnier modes when you do it with E dance. And now we're moving on to half Shukaku. Wait, is it half Shukaku or partial? No, it's partial. Yeah. So this is what partial Shukaku looks like. As you can see, it has the Shukaku eye. The other side is going to be regular Gaara's eye. The back is like, I would say, I don't know what it is. It's more of a little, I forgot what it's called. It's sort of like the jug thing. It looks like the things where they put cobras in. And this actually holds his sand powers, so that's really cool. Now we're moving on to the weapons. So the first one is Sand Coffin for 2,500. quicksand for 5,000, grand sand the seal for 2,000, and Shukaku himself for 8,000, bro. Now I'm gonna test the weapon starting with Naruto, bro. So sand coffin here. But just like, I'm pretty sure this is the one that just throws a little sand thing, then puts it in the air and does a little. It does like a spiky ball thing. Spiky ball thing. Yeah, I'll say spiky ball thing. I think he puts them in the air, spiky ball thing, and that's it. Now quicksand actually stuns people. It's like a big stun AoE attack. It stuns them for like, I would say until it goes back, and it did kill him, but it's like not that much damage in the end. Then we have grand something seal, which just, you know, summons a pyramid, and it hits them, and it does some damage as well. Then we got Shukaku. It summons Shukaku. It's basically Kurama avatar, but weaker, I would say. Throws the arm, and there we go, knocks them back. Same thing as Kurama avatar, except bigger, because he's a big boy. And now we're moving on to the 9th game pass. So let's go into it. And it also is the second row, so that's pretty good that we finished the second row. So now, let's do it. Alright, y'all, so now we're moving on to the last part of the second row, aka the 9th game pass in Ninja Tycoon, which is tensigan. So we're starting off by showcasing the moves, of course, again. Which the first one is tensigan eyes, which my friend Shadow here is going to put on. So it sure does like the tensigan eye thing as the animation, and it puts the tensigan eyes on him as well. Very basic, very simplistic, and overall I really like that mode. Now this is one of the more flashier, but still cool looking mode, which is tensigan chakra mode. It looks like this with little orbs. Looks really cool overall. Very flashy, very clean as well. So if you're looking for a clean mode, definitely cop the game pass. But now we're moving on to the weapons, which the first one is tensigan TSO for 8,000, Girin Tensei Baku for 5,000, Kirin Tensei Baku for 2,500, and Hover, I'll explain that actually, and Scattered Chakra Rosary for 12,000. So let's start off by explaining Hover. So Hover is basically when you click on it, it just flies you and you just control it. It's nothing really that special. It's in actually 3 game passes, so that's why I'm not showcasing it. But first, we got Tensigan TSO. Throws a couple of orbs at them. Actually throws like a good old amount of orbs. And it hits them. It's definitely very spammy. Then we got Girin Tensei, which basically just flings them back. And it looks pretty nice. Now Girin Tensei, I use this when fighting. It just knocks them back. And I really like how much damage it does as well. Now Scattering Chakra Rosary. Most OP weapon for killing bosses. I mean not 10 tails, but just regular bosses. And let me show you why. So you aim it properly and one-shots them, but I didn't aim it properly. But it will one-shot anyone, not anyone actually, but it'll do a lot of damage to them. And it did get a buff. Basically the buff was you have to aim now. So like you have to be good at aiming it now, so yeah. Now that's it for the game pass. Overall, I'm gonna give this a solid 9 actually, because actually 2 of these weapons I do use in combos, which is Girin Tensei Baku and Kirin Tensei combo, Baku. So yeah, without those weapons, I probably wouldn't gone that far in the fights. But yeah, now moving on to the last row. So let's go to our 10th game pass. Alrighty, y'all. Now for the 10th game pass, we got Senju Sage Mode. Now this one is a really OP game pass in my opinion. It's really cheap, but like it gives you defense, so you can combine it with a lightning cloak. I would say Senju Sage Mode and lightning cloak are like the cheapest, or like the cheaper version of the 6 Pats Inner Gates combo. And let's just review the mode first. So this is the mode. It does a little sage thing, and it also does the little markings on the face. Has a little red eye. It looks really cool. It also has a little marking on the top of your forehead. So that's why it looks cool as well. Now the weapons are Wood Cleanse for 3,000, Deep Forest Emergence for 4,000, Shinsu Senju for 3,000. And that's all the weapons actually. He only has 3 weapons. One of the shorter game passes, like Toad Sage and Chidori. Let me know, question mark. But now we test the weapons, starting off with Wood Clone. basically Shadow Clone Jutsu, but I think stronger in terms of durability. And does a little more defense. Yeah, I think he's just gonna kill it. Yeah. So now we got Deep Force Emergence, which is actually used in my combos because it just summons trees and it's really good. That's how actually the guy who won the EJU tournament beat me, because I kept on running into them on accident. But then we have Shinzen Senju, who's probably the most OP weapon in this Game Pass. It's basically another JoJo barrage. Throws a bunch of hands, looks really cool in my opinion actually. I actually liked how it looks. I thought it was gonna look ugly in my opinion. But yeah. Overall, this Game Pass is really good, and it does give defense only. So if you want to combine it, if you buy this Game Pass, you probably want to make it more budget, because you might not have 6 paths in your gates. So you put like Lightning Cloak, then you put Senju again, and you would have that speed and defense. But yeah, overall, this Game Pass is a good old. I would say this is actually my first 10 out of 10, because this Game Pass is overall really good for the price, and it's really good in terms of the moves. So yeah, now moving on to our 11th Game Pass, which is the best Game Pass in the game, and you can guess what it is. Alright now, so we're moving on to the 11th Game Pass. We're so close to the end. But yeah, the 11th Game Pass is 6 paths. So 6 paths is probably the most OP Game Pass in the game currently. You know, who knows, there could be a better Game Pass if the developers decide to. But this is actually the second most expensive Game Pass, but it's really worth it for the price. Like, I play with it a lot. So we're starting off with the modes. The first one is 6 paths Madara, which looks like this, and then we have the Obito, which looks like that. It has Sharingan and Rinnegan, and Madara I think has 2 Rinnegans. And yeah, then we have the little staff things. They're different on both sides, and yeah. Then we got the orbs, which looks really clean in my opinion. I like Madara better than Obito because it doesn't have the skirt, which makes it look better. But now moving on to the weapons. So the first one is Rinne Rebirth. So I'm gonna explain what it does. So whenever someone's damaged, it'll just heal them. I'm gonna see if it decides to work today, because I have like really bad luck whenever I try to make this work. But yeah, let's see if it works. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. Alright. So basically what it does, it'll just summon that thing and it'll just heal them. It's one of the most OP healers, if you know how to aim it right. But we have Chibaku Tensei for 20,000. Colossal Truth-Seeking Orb for 15,000. Sword of Nuboku for 8,000. Truth-Seeking Orb Stocks is basically Tensigan TSO, but like stronger. Hover, Shinra, and Bansho I'll explain it now. Hover, I already explained Tensigan, but Bansho basically just pulls people, and Shinra just flings people. It's like an AoE fling. But we're gonna start off by reviewing whatever this is. Alright, so we'll start off with Chibaku. So let's do that in the regular map, because it's gonna be really big. And sometimes glitches in the shop. So here it is. So we just do a little thing in the background. That's how you know it's working. And it puts them in a very giant poop ball. And it just sticks in there. So you can throw like aerial attacks, like maybe you can do Rasen Shurikens, stuff like that. And Colossal Truth-Seeking Orb really works well with this as well. So it just summons a big purple ball. It's really hard to escape, but it can definitely be possible to escape. And probably, if not, the most OP weapon in Ninja Tycoon. Yeah, Ninja Tycoon, not the Game Pass. Is Sword of Nuboku. Now, I'm gonna test it on him because he actually, because it would be better with no Game Pass to see how good it is. It's literally a 3-shot. A 3-shot weapon to non-Game Pass users. It really helps when fighting. I use this in my combos, other than Giant or Sengun actually. But yeah, that is the 6 paths Game Pass. Overall, my rating is 10 out of 10. Second out of 10 out of 10. Because it's just such a good weapon. It's such a good new Game Pass. You have to buy this when you have enough Robux. You have to save that Robux and try to get this Game Pass. Because it's really OP, especially when you do it with the Inner Gates combo, bro. OP. You can also do a Lightning Cloak. I do an Inner Gates so I get more speed. Yeah, overall, most OP Game Pass in the game. Now, let's move on to our 12th Game Pass. Yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, y'all, so we're moving on to the 12th Game Pass, which is Snake Sage. So we'll start off with the modes, which the first mode is Kabuto Sage mode. That's what it looks like. It looks like the anime, perfectly representation. This is actually the latest Game Pass that got added. Actually, no, okay, this is like the second latest Game Pass that got added. No, actually, no. I'm gonna count this as the latest because I don't count the ramen guy as a Game Pass, really. So yeah, it looks like this. Looks really sick, in my opinion. But I think Mitsuki looks a whole lot better. Tell me in the comments. So this is Mitsuki. Has a little horn like a tensigan. The face decal looks really good. And it has translucent snakes, so it looks a whole lot cooler, in my opinion. But which one do you like better? Kabuto Sage, Snake Sage, or Mitsuki Sage mode? Comment down below. Now we're gonna review the weapons, which the first one is Inorganic Animation and Edo Tensei for 8,000, White Rage for 3,000, and I forgot to say Inorganic Animation is for 5,000. Yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and find okay, I need to find the other one. And okay, there it is. Oh yeah, there it is. Alright, so now we're gonna showcase the weapons. This is Inorganic Animation. You could use it summons a bunch of spikes. Looks like they're Richimaru boss spikes. Then we got Edo Tensei, which this one actually has a small percentage to summon Madara. Now White Rage, Shadow, can you buy White Rage? Actually no, I'll just buy it. So what White Rage does is when you hit somebody with it, it actually blinds them for like a couple of seconds. It's like really flashy though. I don't know why the developer decided to add this. I thought he would think about the player's eyes, but I guess not. Okay, overall, I'm rating this Game Pass a solid 6. No, 7.5 out of 10. I really like the mode actually. Both of the modes look really cool. And overall, White Rage is like an OP move in battle. But yeah. And Edo Tensei with Madara, I really like Madara as a character, so that's why I like Edo Tensei. So if we do summon Madara though, it's so OP. I will try to defeat it honestly. I'll see how long it takes. But yeah, now we're moving on to the final Game Pass, which is Rinnegan Sasuke and Rikurinne Naruto. So let's get into it. Finally, the 13th Game Pass, which is Rinnegan Sasuke and Rikurinne Naruto. So without further ado, let's review the modes. So the first mode is Rikurinne Naruto, which is a very flashy mode. Definitely use it to flex on people. Then the next mode is Rinnegan Sasuke, and basically does a Rinnegan and a Sharingan. A fun fact of the day: it used to be 2 Rinnegans. Yeah, I don't know why, but it was. But now we're moving on to the weapons, which the first one is Magnetar Senju. However, I already explained. 6-patch Ultra Big Rasen Shuriken. By the way, Magnetar Senju was for 3,300, and Ultra Big Rasen Shuriken was for 4,000. And Truth Seeking Rods is for 3,000. Truth Seeking Orbs I already showed. Chibaku Tensei I already showed. Then we got Enton Hono Ishikaju E for 4,000. Angel's Air for 4,000. Onyx Shidori for 3,000. I already explained the Bancho and Shirin. But now Amino Hikara, basically a teleport. Just teleports people way faster than Flying Regime though. But we're starting off with Magnet or Senju, which looks really sick in my opinion. And this is what it does. Basically does a little effect, stuns them for like a couple of seconds, then it stops. Then we have 6-patch Ultra Big Rasen Shuriken, which actually throws 2 Rasen Shurikens. That's why it's OP with the boss, Ten Tails boss. But I just used the, of course, the Ice that Senbon and the partial Susanoo combo. But then we have Truth Seeking Rods, which is basically just has a smaller hitbox than Sword and Nuboku. This does the same amount of damage as Sword and Nuboku would, with smaller hitbox. Then we got Enton, whatever it's called. Basically just summons a bunch of stuff. If you watch Naruto vs Sasuke, you'll know how it looks. So yeah. Then we have Indra's Arrow, which is just an electric arrow, which stuns them for a couple of seconds as well. Then the final weapon for the Game Pass is Onyx Shidori. which just doesn't stun them, but it does, actually no, it does stun them for like 1 second, but there's no point of doing it because it does move you forward. Overall, I'm giving this Game Pass another 10 out of, actually no, I'll give it like a, it is off sale though, so that makes sense. So I'm gonna give it a good old 8.5 out of 10, because it is an off sale Game Pass, so I would expect it to be better than 6 pats, but you know, it isn't. And yeah, other than that, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you do like and subscribe with notifications. And comment down below what other Game Passes should they add to Naruto Tycoon or Ninja Tycoon, whatever you want to call it. And if you want to talk to me outside of Discord and want to be part of these videos and decide what videos I do, then join that Discord server, link in the description. And join my Roblox crew, buy my banger merch. And yeah, anyways y'all, I'm gonna be seeing y'all in another video. Peace.